guys, it is Tanya and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm back with another speed build and we are building a tiny home today because I just can't stop and I don't plan to. I don't know. I'm trying to mix in a bunch of different builds in combination with tiny homes, but I can't get enough of them. So we are back with another one today. This is a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom tiny house and it is only 3 tiles wide and I just really like it. I did another 3-tile wide tiny house a while ago, but it was only 1 story. This is a 2-story home. It's very cramped though. Downstairs is the living space and the bathroom, and upstairs is the kitchen and the bedroom. There is no dedicated dining space in this house. It just has a, living room. You can sit either in the living room, the bathroom, or the bedroom to eat. But that's just one of the things I feel like isn't as important as the other parts of the house. So when you have space constraints, that's kind of one of the first things I imagine to disappear. So there is none of that, but there is a dining space outside in we have a fenced in yard and there is a table and chairs out there as well as a barbecue. So you could also eat outside if you wanted to, but there's no dedicated space inside because it's very small, as you will see. It took me a little bit to figure out the floor plan for this house, but I did keep it all in because I needed to figure out where to put these stairs, and I was just like, wait, okay, this could be the bedroom, I guess. And I had no idea what was going to be upstairs. I was thinking originally like a desk area. Then I was like, wait, I don't have space for a kitchen. So the kitchen ended up being upstairs. It's kind of a weird layout, but I really like that. I like having kind of funky layouts in tiny homes because it's all just me experimenting and seeing where I can fit things, and I have a lot of fun doing that. So we should be figuring out, I should have probably figured out by now that, the kitchen's going to have to go upstairs. That makes sense. That's the only place it'll fit. And then these little balconies on the side, I don't make them accessible. I just put some plants in there so they kind of act as planters, and I think they look pretty cute in the end because I do put the counters over on this wall instead. So we put just some windows over on that wall to look out into the balcony, which I think looks pretty cute. I also don't use these cabinets or these countertops. I use different ones. But we'll be getting to that shortly. I'm just trying to figure it out. And we spend a lot of time on the exterior of the home before we really work on the interior. That tends to be like my main focus at first with a lot of homes is I'm just like, let's make the outside look cute. And I really like the color I used. I believe this wallpaper is new. I mean, it's not new, but I think the color on it might be new, or maybe it's just not available on the other panelings. I'm not sure, but it's like this greenish blue, like kind of a dark green. I don't know how to explain it. You can see it on screen, and I really like it. It's actually very similar to the color the house I grew up in is, or was. It's no longer that color. It got painted. But I don't know. I just really wanted to use this color. I think it's so pretty and, like I said, nostalgic for me. So I was really excited to use it because I don't think I've ever used it on a build before because I was unaware of its existence. So I do really like that. I did think about making this like one of those crazy like yellows or oranges that we just got, but I think that this green came out really cute in the end, and we're just trying to figure out some landscaping now, adding a couple of trees. Actually, there's quite a few trees on this lot, to be completely honest, and it's not the cheapest lot, but it's not horribly expensive either. This house comes in at like 39,000 simoleons, so it's not too bad, but it's definitely not cheap for a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom house, but I just tried to make sure everything could fit as well as possible and that we had some outdoor space to hang out in. But if you guys would like to download this build, it will be available on the Sims 4 gallery if you search Gryphi or the hashtag MsGryphi. That information is also down below if you'd like to grab it from there. I will try to link it to the online gallery. Sometimes I forget. Well, I mean, I haven't done it much yet. I've gotten some suggestions too, but like I forget to even think of that a lot of the times because I don't use the online gallery, but I'm going to try to do that more going forward. No promises that it'll be in every video, but I will try my best to remember to put links to the online gallery for where builds are downloaded when I'm uploading videos. But there's also a lot of times that I accidentally don't even upload the build to the gallery. So if you ever notice that it's not on the gallery at all, please let me know and I will get it up there. And yeah, this is the little kitchen area. We end up using these base game counters and cabinets in this like bluish swatch, which I think came out really cute in the end. I feel like I never used that swatch. I actually haven't used these cabinets in a long time, these countertops at all. I don't know why. Like, I really like the base game ones, and I think it's because we have so many other ones that I don't think of these as often anymore for whatever reason, but they are really, really cute. But we're just placing some stuff on this counter, as well as this beautiful, what's it called? Chalkboard that I really, really enjoyed. Oh, I thought I cut this out. My boyfriend got home and I didn't realize I had like the little chain lock on the door. So I heard him like yelling, Tanya! And so I had to like run and go let him in, but I didn't cut that out of the video. So you got the story time. There you go. Also, we're about to get to it. So I thought I would mention, I did download a CC shelf. It's this red shelf. You might have seen some other builders use it. It allows you to slot items to it and then easily place them other area, so you can slot things that normally wouldn't clip to a shelf, or like, yeah, if that makes sense. Just so you know, if you're not aware of that shelf, it is CC, but I don't leave it in the build, so the build doesn't actually have any custom content in it. It'll download just fine with no CC and show up perfectly normal in the gallery, but I was really excited to give that a go. I've seen a bunch of different builders use it now, and a couple of you guys had reminded me this week about that shelf, so I finally decided to download it, and I used it a bit in this build, so you'll see me placing it down, putting items on it, and dragging them off, and then placing them in various locations. It's definitely convenient, and I really enjoy it, so I'm glad that I went ahead and downloaded that. So thank you to everyone that reminded me this week. I'm definitely going to get a lot of use out of that shelf, and I'm really excited to explore a little bit more with it. Anyway, we are onto landscaping now. I used these flowers, which I don't think I've ever used before, and I ended up using them in a purple swatch. I was thinking like an orangey red at first, but I think the purple really popped, especially with the planter that we have on the front of the house from Get Famous that has all those like pretty purples and pink flowers. I thought the purple flowers down here just looked so cute, and I think they came out really pretty. Also, I wonder why I didn't add lavender, because I feel like part of the reason I picked the purple was because I had a house this color growing up and we had lavender in our yard. So I just kind of associate the two. But I don't know. The purple comes across as well, and I think it looks pretty cute in the end. We also add a couple of planters out here, as well as a clothing line and wash bucket. I don't think I added in a hamper in this house though, so you might want to add that if you download it. But here's that table that I added out here if you want to go ahead and dine outside, and then a barbecue as well, so you can actually cook out here in addition to inside. I just thought it would be a nice cozy space, and I try to make some functional areas outside of tiny houses because there's so much limited space inside. It's nice to make sure that the exterior is a very functional space as well. But we're just adding some plants to the front deck here and doing a little bit more landscaping. I really like how this one came out. I just the colors. It's so pretty. Like, I really love the plants. And then I added these little planters over on this fence as well, which I thought looked pretty cute, and just a little bush. I think that's pretty much it for the exterior. I could be wrong, but I think that's it. So we're going on to the interior now, and the living room is very, very small. We end up having a 2-seater couch that I then put a wall next to it and make a little office section next to it, which is really, really cramped, but I loved how it came out. I think it's so cozy, and I play tested it and everything works just fine, and I was really happy with that. So here you can see me sectioning that off, and then I put the little desk area over here, and I believe I put a laptop down, and I used that shelf to add a bunch of clutter to the area too, which you'll see shortly. But we're just picking out a painting to go above the couch, which I thought was really cute. That couch is from Parenthood. I feel like I haven't used it in a long time, but it's a really nice couch, and so I was excited to go ahead and use that. But here I am placing a couple of random items up here, but I'll be grabbing that shelf right now to place all of them on and kind of get it into a better area, especially because you can't slot that many things up there. And I mean, I could have just dragged the desk away, but I really enjoyed using the shelf. I'm getting used to it. And I do use it in the bathroom, which you'll see in a little bit, in a way that I can use a shelf that has always been like just not functional. At least for me. I know a lot of other people have complained about it not really working properly as well. Like you can't slot things to it, but I sized it down and used the shelf to add a bunch of clutter to it, and I just love how it came out, so I'm excited to show you guys that. But here we are just figuring out a rug for this room. I believe we just added 2 circle rugs on top of each other to kind of make this like beige and black rug, and then here we are using the shelf to put the TV on this stand, because normally the TVs don't size up properly to that or like raise up properly. Part of the TV is like stuck inside of a surface, so it was nice to be able to just kind of actually place it on top of the surface this time, because that's always annoyed me a little bit. I'm going to get so much use out of the shelf, and I know I'm going to get tons of questions going forward, like, what is that shelf? Where is it from? Do your builds have CC? So I'm preparing myself for all the questions. Also, I have a tips and tricks video coming out on build mode tomorrow. It has most of the stuff you guys have been asking about, but not all of it. The stuff that I've been asked the most often regarding like move objects, sizing objects, raising them, all of that good stuff will be covered in a video tomorrow. Hopefully it's helpful. And I mentioned the red shelf in that video as well. So that will explain it a little bit better because I'll be doing it in real time. So hopefully that is helpful. Also in this video and tomorrow's video, I will have the link to download that shelf in the description. So if you would like to grab it for yourself, you can go ahead and grab that from down below. But we're just adding some more paintings on the wall going up the steps here. Very kind of like green and black color scheme in the downstairs, which I quite like. And then upstairs has a lot of blue. In the bathroom, it has a lot of blue as well. I feel like there's just a lot of blue and green in this house in general, plus a lot of black, and I really like it. I think it's super cozy, and we're going to be adding, well, I'm going to get rid of those black towels later and add, kind of change them to, I think, a beige or a white or a blue. I don't remember, honestly. I think it might be white, but we're going to be adding a shelf now that I feel like I've always wanted to use, but things don't fit on it properly. So we're using the shelf to go ahead and grab things and drag them to the proper height and then place them down here, as well as resize them. And I love how cluttered this bathroom looks. It is so realistic to have a shelf like this with a bunch of stuff on it. And so I was really, really happy to go ahead and be able to use that. I also did it to put a little plant on top of the toilet. And I just think it looks really cute in the end, and I hope you guys do like it. I actually had fun with the bathroom for once. I feel like bathrooms are not that fun to decorate, but I had a lot of fun with that one because I was finally able to use that shelf that I've been looking at for years. Anyway, we are up in the bedroom now. I use this bed from Seasons and these little side tables. This bed is fully functional on both sides, so you could have 2 Sims living in this house and sleeping in this bed. Which is really nice because sometimes they're not functional in such small spaces, but if you have at least 3 tiles on either side and space in the front, then you have space to get in. We also have room to add a little wardrobe over here from Vintage Glamour, which I really enjoyed. I love how small that one is. Anyway, we are coming to the end of the video. I hope you guys did enjoy this. If you did, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. You can also subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and if you click that little bell, it'll turn on notifications so you will be notified of every single time I upload a new video. Thank you guys so very much for watching. We're going to go to screenshots now, and I will see you all very, very soon. Bye, everybody.